definitely the next thing I'm seeing there is the grave.
47-year-old Pamela Savai once had cervical cancer. She recounts that in 2019, she randomly underwent cancer screening at the Uhuru Park in Nairobi, at which point her journey to discover her condition began.
I did the screening, but the girls who are doing the screening on me like, there's something, Pamela. So the first question obviously is like, do I have cancer? Then they were, no, we can't rule it out.
Pamela was advised to undergo further tests at the hospital, and the worst of her fears were confirmed by doctors.
I was diagnosed with cervical cancer, stage 1A. I panicked, I was devastated, I almost gave up. Now hiding away from my kids, I don't want to see them crying because it was 2017 I had lost their dad. So now I was like, I'm also going to die. My kids are going to be orphans now.
She was a bit relaxed as her cancer had been discovered earlier, one of the benefits of regular checkups. Pamela would then begin her treatment that resulted in full recovery.
Cancer treatment is very expensive. So when you go for early screening, as I did, it saved me from the cost of treatment, because now I only paid for the surgery.
Niyo uchungu hapa tumbo hapa chini, alafu inaenda inakwama kwa mgongo.
We later on meet 41-year-old Caroline Minor, who once suffered from cervical cancer, recovered years later, but now is treating her cancer after it recurred.
Kwanza nilipimangwa cancer 2015 after nilikuwa nikiinua vitu kwa nyumba, nasikia uchungu kwa tumbo alafu inaenda mgongo. So ndio decide niende hosi for check up. Sasa kwenda huko nilikuwa nafanyangwa pap smear, alafu baadaye ndio nikapatikana niko na cancer at 2015, ilikuwa stage 2.
After nearly 4 years of frequent treatment, Caroline recovered in 2019. However, 2 years later, the situation changed for the worse.
Sasa 2021 ndio nilianza kubleed, ile severe bleeding. Sasa tena nikarudi hosi, nikawaambia nina bleed, kufanyiwa testing, ndio nikapatikana iko stage 2. Imetoka cervix iko pelvis.
At present, Caroline has been forced to resume treatment, which entails chemotherapy and radiotherapy.
Most of it is caused by the human papillomavirus, which is sexually transmitted.
Dr. Catherine Nyongesa, an oncologist, describes the rate of cervical cancer in the country.
Cervical cancer is the second most common cancer in women, just after breast cancer. We see over 5,200 new cases every year, and unfortunately we lose over 3,000 to the disease every year.
She fears, however, that many women confuse cervical cancer symptoms from those of sexually transmitted diseases.
The symptoms include pain during intercourse. You may have a vaginal discharge, low abdominal pain. One can also get bleeding, abnormal bleeding. Sometimes it can even spread to other parts of the body like the lung, the liver, and glands, and even the brain if it's not attended to early.
Dr. Nyongesa further enlightens women in the society on protection against the HPV virus that causes the deadly disease.
This virus stays in the body for over 10 years before it can even cause cancer. So you have 10 to 20 years opportunity to catch this virus and treat it. And also for young girls, if they are vaccinated, the chances of them getting this virus is actually lower, and in future for them getting cervical cancer, the chances is also reduced.
Ben Kerera, K24, Health Beat.